channel. So a few days ago I went into Ulta and I picked up this palette. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette, and I've heard a lot of bad things about this palette, so I'm excited to try it. I picked it up because they were all out of the Modern Renaissance palette, unfortunately, and I've heard that is a great palette, and I still don't have it yet. So I want to be trying this out today, and then at the very end of this video I will tell you guys what I think about the palette. So I've heard these eyeshadows, the matte eyeshadows, are very powdery, so I kind of know what I'm getting myself into. This palette came out a little less than a year ago, so not sure if they changed the formula or not. I'm not sure how hard it is to work with these shades. I did swatch one color in the store, and it was it was a really dark teal color. I think, let's see. Okay, so it was this shade right here, and when I swatched it, it was very pigmented, and it did swatch kind of powdery, but that's where all the pigment comes from. So just starting out, it is like the Modern Renaissance palette. From what I know, I don't have the palette, but the outside is velvet. It's a really nice feel. The only downside to this would be I could see it getting very dirty, especially with the eyeshadows being powdery. So there's two kind of glittery colors here. Here's the palette. And you get two glittery colors, one here, this kind of brown golden one, and this one is kind of a green color. And you get one, I know that this one, I did swatch this one in the store too. This one is called Cube, and it's actually not white, it's an iridescent color. It shines like a pink purpley tone, and then all the rest are matte. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take off all my makeup, I'm going to put my face back on, and then we'll do the eyeshadow from there. Okay, so I'm back, and this is my fresh face of makeup. I've already taken off the other makeup and reapplied my face. I'm ready to start. I really want to try out this new brush, and well, before I do anything, I should probably put on my eyeshadow primer, and this is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. So I think I'm actually just gonna do one eye at a time to save some time, and because I'm not really sure how it's gonna come out. So here's the palette, and the first thing I want to do is go in. I'm going to use this color. So this is the color Dawn, and this is going to be my transition shade. So I'm going to use this brush, and I'm going to put this color into my crease to use as the transition shade. So just starting out, it's not too powdery. I don't know if you can see, but on the brush, I barely touched it, and that is a lot of product. So I'm gonna knock a little off here, and we're just gonna go in. So on this color, I mean, it's the transition shade, but I'm not really getting any color payoff. This brush is starting to shed. I don't know if you could see here on my eye. A little hair came off. Okay. I'm gonna go in with Edge. Oh, and I'm very sad because this palette is already getting very dirty. I don't even know what I'm touching, but my fingers must be very dirty. Okay, so going in, So just a little bit more yellow. And so that's gonna be good. And I'm just blending it upward towards my brow bone. I'm gonna go in with New Wave right here with this side of the brush. And I'm gonna put this right below and we're gonna blend it out. The colors are very similar. This has more of an orange tone to it. Oh, wow. Yeah, very powdery. So far, every color is pretty powdery, but color payoff is, I think, what matters most. So we're going into the crease, so right somewhat on top of that yellow, but under it, if that makes sense. I'm gonna use the blending side again and just blend it upwards. And I'm gonna pick up a clean eyeshadow brush. And I'm gonna go in with this Roxy, which is right here. And it's more of a peachy tone, not a yellow orange, just kind of orange. And with this color, again, powdery, I'm just barely touching it and it's really powdery. Tapping off the extra. And we're gonna go right under that shade. Alright, and blending that again. I'm gonna blend it more in the inner corner this time. Not like right here, but in the inner portion of my lid. And I'm gonna add some right here. And take the blending brush off the Anastasia brush. And I'm gonna blend this up a little bit. So far, I don't really have any fallout under my eyes, which for these being really powdery, that's good. So I have those blended pretty well. Now we're gonna go in with the really, like this, I have a feeling it's gonna be pretty dark. It's this maroon shade, it's All Star. And with this, I'm gonna put it on my lid from basically my whole lid. But I'm not gonna cover up the orange. I want that to be seen, but I am gonna blend it out. We will lose some of that orange right there. This is my Urban Decay shadow brush. This came with the Naked palette. It's just a flat shader brush. And I'm gonna pick up here. And I can't really tell if it's powdery or not because this is a flat shader brush and I sort of just pat on it, but it looks really pigmented. Okay, so let's try this out. So I'm putting this on the lower part of my lid. I'm trying to pack it on, that way I don't get a bunch of fallout under my eye. And then I'm going to worry about blending it. So far I am seeing fallout now with this color under my eye. I'm going to begin blending now, and I'm going to use the same brush from Anastasia. I'm going to use the blending part. So I'm going to blend this into the orange. Hopefully we don't lose the pigment of this shadow. it looks like as I'm blending, some of it is wiping away. I'm trying to blend it and it's kind of just wiping away. I'm gonna pick up this color with the So now I'm picking up the color with this blending brush, trying to put it back on and blend it as I go. So I put it there for a reason. So I'm putting more of the color back, and I'm gonna wipe off this blending brush a little bit so I can go back in with this. I'm gonna try blending a different way. I'm gonna go in with Roxy right here. This is the peach color. It appears pretty orange on camera, like in person and on camera, I think, as I'm seeing it. So how I'm gonna blend this is I'm gonna put this back where I had it, and it should blend from there. Not sure how I feel about this. I think that's where I want it. It kind of looks like a sunset. I feel like I really lost that yellow. So using a different brush, I'm using a crease brush from e.l.f. I'm gonna put some of that yellow back on there. Gonna wipe this away, all of the fallout. And I think I'm gonna go in with a completely different color from what we're using. This is Rowdy. This one I can tell is a little purple. Ooh, this is powdery. I am barely touching this right here, and okay. Off a bunch, and I'm going in. I'm gonna finish with some winged liner and some lashes. For winged liner, I'm using NYX gel liner in the color black, and I'm using my MAC 263. Okay, so now I'm going to curl my lashes. And apply mascara. I'm using the Tarte's Camera Lashes. So for fake lashes, I'm using Ardell Lash Trios. So these come in two sizes in here. They're short and medium. I'm putting a medium on the outer portion of my eye, applying it with Duo Lash Glue. Ooh. Now I'm applying the shorter ones. They're still not really short. Okay, so I am done, and here's the look. The colors, they blended well. I don't think this palette is that bad. I actually think it's really good. The colors are different. I don't have any of these colors in my collection. I do now. They are different. They are very different. I actually really like this palette. I don't know why everyone's complaining. It is powdery, but the colors are very pigmented. It seems like the darker colors, when you try to blend them, they do sort of come off, but you can work with it. It's definitely something you can work with. I just think people like to complain. Not sure what the formula is for the Modern Renaissance palette, but I don't think this was horrible. I tried this shade, Cube, and I put it in, like, on my tear duct. And I don't know if you can see it. Kind of, you can see it kind of shining a little bit there. But like I said, it's not white. It's not very pigmented. I wish that you could see it a little more. But I'm sure if you put it on top of a matte, it would look really cool because it would be like iridescent. It shines this kind of pink color, but I thought the colors I used were good. They were all matte shades besides that one. And yeah, they weren't that powdery. Now, unless you were to rub your brush in it over and over again, you can do that. Like, it's not impossible to work with this palette. The look I created, I do like it. I think it's dark. Normally I wouldn't wear this dark of an eye. But now, like, the more I'm looking at it, I do like it. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment down below. And yeah, see you soon.